Hey, what's up everybody? This is Etho and welcome back once again to another episode of the Let's Play series. Woohoo! So I just stumbled across a little bit of a trick here I thought I'd show you guys. I was goofing around with our orange sand making machine here. If you don't know, I got a rumor that this doesn't work in 1.13, so I tried it out and sure enough, the trick to changing yellow sand to orange sand no longer works. So I gotta like stockpile as much as possible before that happens. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have orange sand anymore. But I had the idea. What happens if you just feed it into it, like in a giant column like this? It works. It actually works, and it looks really cool. So it's another way of automatically converting yellow sand to orange sand. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Yeah, so because I've switched my world to amplified, in the mesas, we don't get much orange sand because it only generates around Y64-ish. So anywhere that there's a mountain, you basically get no orange sand. So I'm going to have trouble finding it in the future here. I want to get several double chests full of it if possible. So that's like one of my jobs to do here before we update. And, of course, all that orange sand has to come from somewhere, right? So I've been doing a lot of sand farming in the desert here. Lots of shovel repairs happening on the way, too. I broke one of my shovels. You know when it's like near zero durability, but you just keep going? It's like at 50, and it's like, ah, I got quite a few uses left. And then it slips your mind for just a moment, and then you hear that tink when the shovel breaks. Oh, this makes you feel so sad afterwards. So I had to make a new one here. Yep. Not a super exciting process or anything, just collecting resources. I still really enjoy that part of the game, though, just collecting stuff. It's relaxing. It's enjoyable. As long as you don't do it for too long, right? I usually only do it for an hour at the most, collecting one thing. And then I'll change to something else or start building. But I thought I'd share it with you guys, just in case, like, in the future, when I look into my double chest and there's, like, several of them full of orange sand, I don't want you guys to be like, where did those come from? Those don't just appear out of nowhere. That's a lot of work. I'm putting in the work here, trust me. Am I full? Pretty much close. Anyways, let's maybe head over to Slab City or something. We'll do some building there. Alright everybody, so here we are once again at the Slab City, and last time we worked on this tree farm, I just put in some tree stoppers here to keep the trees from getting too tall. I want to try them out. We also worked on our sapling dispenser thing here. So I grew some jungle trees and they were like 14 blocks tall or something crazy. the pistons couldn't even push them. Alright, that one seems good. So yeah, this is what we did last time. Uh-oh. Still kind of testing it. It failed. Usually when it fails, it should keep going, though. Oh! Okay, that one did it. I wonder. I might need to make some modifications. That one did it, too. There is a way to make this go a bit longer. If we just put a block here, then this delay signal is going to last longer and it'll shoot more bone meal. So hopefully that little change will make the fix here. I don't know. We'll try that out. I got the burps. 1 second. Okay, let's try this again with the changes. I also moved those tree stoppers up 2 blocks because we got one jungle tree that was only 4 blocks tall there. We kind of want them around the 7 or 8 range. And having them lower makes it less likely the tree's going to grow here with the bone meal. Nope. I think it's fine. This is like the perfect height. That's what I want. Let's try again. It's not failing now. That's good. Last one. Alright, those are all pretty much the right height, I think, right? Let's try chop it down. I can't reach that one unless I hop up. Okay, it's 1 block too tall, maybe. We lowered these by 1 block, so there's going to be 9 air spaces between the sapling down there and the tree stopper here. I think that'll be perfect for this tree farm. And I was just trying something here. I saw an interesting idea on the Minecart Reddit. I thought I'd share it with you guys if you didn't see it. Somebody had the idea of making a sapling farm. Not a tree farm, specifically a farm for farming saplings. And the way it works is you set up a column of dirt like this, basically. Trees can grow. They'll ignore like air spaces. They ignore dirt blocks and wood blocks. If, for example, there was a piece of stone here, this tree would not be able to grow. But since it ignores dirt blocks, it will naturally grow, or with bone meal here. And none of the dirt blocks get replaced with wood, so these leaves have nothing to attach to, and they'll just despawn, and then you catch the saplings that fall. So that's kind of a cool idea. You don't have to chop down the tree that way. One thing I've noticed here, like I was just testing it to see how it works, and the leaves don't seem to despawn after it grows here, even though they should, until they receive some sort of updates. So you see nothing's despawning, nothing's despawning. If we break the wood block down here, it seems to trigger them up here. You see now they're going. So that's interesting. So if you were to make a farm like this, I think you would want some way of removing this wood block here. Either you burn it or you push it away with pistons. And maybe some way of collecting the saplings when they fall. Might be a fun idea to try out in the future here. But thought it was pretty interesting. Anyways, around the base here, what else did we do? I tried putting some orange clay down there just for some color. I like the color, but I don't like how that looks. We need to change that. Figure out something else. And I added a couple new slabs over there. We'll probably build a bridge between here and there. And the main thing is I tried detailing this overhang area. Again, I'm not really sure how to do that. I don't know if this looks good. I think it's okay. We made like some pipes there that stick out and some planters on that side. From the top here, though, I like how it looks from the top. We turned it into like a pond or whatever. I think that's cool. I like that. But the stuff on the side, I'm not really sure yet. And, oh, I put some leaves over here. I had the leaves originally like hanging down from the very top there all the way down. It looked really weird though, so I tried to make it look like they're growing into the side of this piece of stone or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Still, I don't know if I should focus so much on detailing things or if we should just focus on expanding the base first. What I would like to do to begin with here is set up a beacon somewhere. So I'm going to put it on top of a building over here. And I brought the stuff for the beacon. I think we'll make this pop out 1 slab. So 5, 6, 7. I always got to figure it out. I think we need 1 more. This is where the border would be, right? So that'll come out. And then let's probably go over 2 slabs this way and make like a 2x2 area. Very good. So we got ourselves a bit of a structure here. Nothing too fancy. It's just like a shell of a building right now. Put the beacon on the top there with haste too, so we can dig fast now around the area. And as you can see, I tried to stagger the tiles as much as possible, not like everything square and at the same level. I think it's going to look better in the end of things if we do that. So I lowered it here, for example. Would have been easier just to keep it at that level, but I dropped it down and raised it up here. Possibly we'll move this beacon down below and do something fun with color changing to try to give information of some sorts. But I don't know what yet. Like, you You can use beacons to send information visually, right? But what would they signal? I don't know. Maybe in the future, if I figure it out, we'll move it though. Is what I'm trying to say. If not, we'll try to make it look like it's being held in place here, I guess, with stairs and stuff. What does this look like? Kind of goofy. It needs lots of detailing, probably. If we do that, I don't know. We might be able to make it look cool if we keep it there. On top of here, we'll probably put some trees and some parkish area. Same with over here. Try to make it feel like we're in a bit of a forest area too, not just open like it is right now. Above there, maybe a skylight. And this is what it looks like on the inside here. So I want to talk to you guys about something. With our build, with our city here, I definitely want to do a minecart track and probably like boat stuff again. I want to get back into boat things. Because in 1.13, boat elevators are going to be back, it seems, and also like water ladders and that sort of thing. It's going to be much like it was in the past, so I think we're going to have fun with that. But if you're doing like a minecart system and a boat system, you got to do it early with your base building. You don't build your base and add them later. That usually doesn't work out so good. So the question is, guys, what kind of minecart system should we build at our new base here? Like a point A to point B system or a selection panel? You remember a while ago we looked into the idea of doing a ticketing system like you do in Railcrafts. And we still haven't really put that to use anywhere. So I thought it might use it at this base, but I think it'll take up too much space or be too complicated. So I want something a bit more simple, and I had the idea, like, can we design a minecart system that you drive? Like, if you hold forward in a minecart, you move now, right? So is there a way to do an intersection where if you hold forward, you go straight through, but if you don't hold forward, you take the turn? Is basically all we need to figure out with this. So I just set up a little test here with the detector rail. If we hop in, hold forward the whole way through, we go forward through. Good. And ideally, if we don't hold forward, we take a turn here. We still go through. So what we got to find is the exact sweet spot where that'll happen. It's because it's such a subtle change between holding forward and not. I don't know if we'll be able to actually do it. So if we move this back one, we'll just try a few things here and see if we can figure it out. Move this back. And now let's try hold forward. We went through. Good. If we don't hold forward, hopefully we don't go through. Wait, did it actually work? Wait a second. Did we go through the first time? I gotta watch the video back. I thought we went through the first time. Okay, so I checked and we definitely went through there the first time holding forward. And I've done this test several times now. And we have discovered our first problem, unfortunately. So it's inconsistent. Inconsistency is always terrible. So you see we went through that time, the first time we didn't there. Like 1 out of 6 times or so we're going through here. And it can happen even if we're not holding forward. So our current setup here is no good. No bueno. By the way, I figured out a new trick here. I guess you can do the elytra wing thing. Just like that. You just hit spacebar before you enter the minecart, and it keeps you in crawling mode or whatever. Kind of cool. So what I think we gotta do is get rid of some of these power rails and make our pushing forward a bigger impact. We might even need to have like a dead zone that we have to hold forward through. I'm not sure. And since we're just very rarely actually getting through, this definitely needs to be forward 1 like we had originally. Okay, so this is the sweet spot for the detector rail. Let's actually get rid of all of these because I'm guessing it's probably not going to work. So if we hold forward, we got through. Good. Let's try not hold forward. And if this doesn't work, then we have to introduce dead spots. Not holding forward. Okay, we still went through. Okay, so I got one kind of solution here. But man, I tell you, this has been a lot more difficult to do than I expected because the holding forward is just so subtle compared to not, like the change. And then there's that inconsistency. I think because like the detector rail, I don't know what it is. Maybe like the redstone powers the junction, but it only flips at certain ticks. Like there's 20 ticks in a second, maybe only triggers every 2 or every 4 or something like that in the code, not like every game tick. And that's where our problem is. So in order to get this to work, I've had to introduce 2 dead spots. I couldn't get it to go with just one. So we have 2 unpowered power rails, which really slow you down. And that's kind of a problem. Like if we hold forward, we go through now. Every time. I haven't had it fail yet. And if we don't hold forward, we don't go through. But because we have to use 2 power rails, we actually totally stop. And then you have to hit forward again to get going. But it works. Let's call this potential solution number 1. I'm going to try maybe find a better one. Even though this does work, it's not as fast or as smooth as I would like. You know what? After thinking about it for a bit here, we need a new plan. We need a better idea. Because we've only been trying to make it work for go in one direction here, like going this way, either straight or right, if we're holding forward or not. But we also got to make it work go in this direction, either left or right if we're holding forward or not, or straight or left from this direction. And that makes it way more complicated, because we have to set it up for all 3 directions, and it's also going to slow it down way more, because we'll have to have a slowdown on this side, over here, and over here. And it's going to make the intersection a lot slower, I think. Unless we come up with some clever idea, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Maybe you want to tackle this problem. Can you make a 3-way intersection that works by holding forward or not? That's your challenge, because I'm not doing it. Instead, I had another idea here. We are going to make an intersection that works by triggering a fence gate. This isn't a new idea. This is something people have been doing for a while. But now that we have observers, I think we can get it to work very, very easily and very quickly. Because observers are fast, while the old bud switches are kind of slow. Like this is a thing people have been doing for a while, where you go down the track and you try to hit a button as you go by before you get to the junction, and it switches it. A lot of times the button's too small, you miss it. So people start using fence gates instead, because it's got a full block collision here. It's easy to trigger it. But again, you kind of had to have like it way back here, and another one over here, and another one over here. And that makes it more complicated. But now that we have observers, I think we can just put it right above the junction here. It'll be easy to hit going in all 3 directions. Right? And all we gotta do, very simple actually, is make a T flip-flop here. So just a sticky piston and redstone block, and then just run redstone to the junction. That's it. So now when we flip it, switches. Pretty simple, alright? Now I want to expand on this a little bit, because well, actually let's test it out first, because I don't know. It might be hard to hit it. So right now it's going to the left, and you can just barely see it is another problem. So we got to try switch it to go to the right here. Yeah, it's doable. It's quick enough. Oh, that time I was too slow. It's going to the left. Let's try again. Oh, that was weird. Okay, so you still got to be kind of quick with it. Switched it to the left there. It's going to take some practice maybe, but it's definitely doable. Switched it to go straight. Again, switched it to go straight. So I think it's good. It's quick enough. So that's cool. But what I want to do in addition is add some lights to it, so we don't have to look at the junctions, because it's barely visible from a distance. It's hard to see, especially on video, I'm guessing. So I want to add an indicator system, some lamps up here, And like if you're over here and it's to the left like it is right now, then I want this lamp to be on. If it's to the right, I want this one on instead. I think all we got to do that is let's hook up some redstone to the block here. And we got to run it up to the lights. Maybe we'll put a block here. And then, oh yeah, just 2 slabs running up here. So we do a little redstone staircase up to the lamps. Same on this side. And on one of these, we want a redstone torch. So I guess it would be this one, right? Oh, and a block above too. Okay, so now it can go up there. And if we switch it, there we go. That's pretty simple, right? Cool. So if we're going straight through here, I guess the light would be off. I would prefer if it was on, but I don't think we can help that, right? And this direction, same rule applies. Light is off. That means we go straight. Cool. All right. So I'm pretty happy with this, actually. I've tried it out a bunch now. It seems to work good. It's quick. We don't have to slow down the minecart at all. It's fairly easy to set up. There's not much redstone to it. And I've tried like hiding the wiring to see what kind of footprint it'll take up. And it's not bad. Because, again, we got to try to align it with our chunks. And like if this is the center of the chunk here, it goes 1, 2, 3 blocks over, so this would be the border. And from this way, 1, 2, 3, border would be here. This way, 1, 2, 3, border here. So it fits within, and it's only 4 blocks tall, so this is like the top border of the chunk, or the tile, or slab, or whatever we're calling it. So yeah, I think we're good. Alright, very good. So I think we got that figured out. And we still got a couple minutes left. We might be able to do 1 or 2 more things before we wrap up today. And I wanted to do a bridge across here, so let's experiment with that. I think we'll start it here. And with a lot of the stuff we build in the space, like staircases, paths, bridges, I think 4 wide is kind of going to be the ideal size. Like if it's 5 wide, I think it's going to feel too fat. If it's 3 wide, it's going to feel too narrow, maybe. So yeah, let's aim for 4 wide in general. Then we can keep it more asymmetrical too, so it's not in the center of the tile. It's kind of off-sided here. I think that's fine. I'm okay with that. So let's just do it like this. We'll sort of make it bend a bit. I don't know. When you work with small detail like this, you can't do too much. You can't do anything too fancy. So we'll just do a simple bridge. And maybe let's actually get rid of the stone here. And up to here we'll put in some dark oak and some slabs on top there so you don't see the rings. Although I guess in 1.13 we're gonna have the new blocks where you have the bark on all 6 sides. That's gonna be nice. We got a lot of cool new blocks in the new update here. Like the strip bark looks really good. Oh, I gotta get used to the haste beacon now. I'm breaking everything. Let's do that, and some slabs on top. Very, very nice. Very simple. All right, and this will probably be path here too. How does that look? How does that feel? I think I'm okay with that. From a distance, actually, it needs more decoration at the bottom. Not that you can really see it, but maybe let's make this come down 1 more too. So I decided instead of making the bridge go straight across, I added in a little bit of a curve to it. I think that looks better, and I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's a nice simple bridge. Now we might end up getting rid of the slab there and lowering it 1, and then having a walk through from the tree farm to some other part of the base. I was going to put the walkthrough over there, because otherwise this tree farm's totally enclosed, you know, and you can't get to it except by falling down here. But we might change the walkthrough to over here instead and go under the bridge. Now I tried something over here, and it's one of those cases where it's like, well, I want to see what it looks like, and then when it's done, it's like, I don't really like that. So we'll probably have to change it. What I think the issue is we have so many of the tiles go straight across here. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and there'll be another one over there. 5 in a straight line, basically. I don't think that looks too good. So I think we'll take that slab and push it that way with 1 block. I do like having an overhang here, but yeah. And basically the plan is to have a boat system or boat path here. It will go through and connect into the building. We'll probably put a bridge from here going across the water, and then the water is probably going to fall and drop down somewhere here with a boat elevator to get up when that's possible. And also, I think we will then make it go this way, over around here, and connect somewhere else. Is my current plan. None of this looks very good right now, though, because we need to decorate it. It just doesn't look good until you add some more details to stuff. But it's a start. I think the base is coming along here. Well, I think that's about all we have time for today, guys. So we're going to have to wrap up with our comment of the day. It says, Etho, I know this comment is a little late. Okay. But you forgot about your to-do list. It's in the man cave on the walls of the furnace room. You can check out lots of things. All right. So it's been a while since we looked at our to-do list, guys. Let's go through it and we'll just check out where we're at. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. Etho's never-ending to-do list. Library, let's say 60% done. Wilson, finished but can be improved. Sandy City walls are pretty much done. Building's not. Pyramid, we tried to finish it and you guys didn't like it, so it's not done. Minecart storage system, nope. Minecart sheep farm, I think we axed that one. Arena. Oh yeah, the arena. Nope, that's not done. Ceiling pattern in tree farm is done. That's one I finished. Silverfish farm, I think is finished, right? We redid the bomb factory. Could use some more stuff. That one's kind of done, though. Firework room is finished completely. Tunnel to deserts. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's to, like where we were farming sand earlier today. Yeah, we got that done. Portal network needs work, I think. Underground village. I think that one's kind of done. Nexus, kind of done. Project Pokemon, not done. Or storage room. I don't even know what that means. Man, it's been a long time since I looked at this. I don't even know what half this stuff is. I think that's an axed one, though. Simon game, not done. Skeleton spawner and man cave. Oh, you know, I think where we built the second Nexus, I think that's where we were going to put that. Maybe. So I guess that's kind of axed. Gold farm, number 1. Oh yeah, that's totally done. We just finished that. Musical portal is finished. Dual blaze farm we redid recently, so that's pretty much all done. They could use some more decorating around there. Nether hub design, finished. Horse jump project, not finished. Guardian farm, we redid some of it, but not the big area, so that's kind of a 50-50. Aha. All right, that's the update. What is this? Oh, this is our Nexus list. Aha. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode today. I think we're going to call it here, though. So until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.